Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be reviewing some comebacks from this week. Just a quick disclaimer, this is just my opinion, but we all already know that, so let's get into the video. A little too soon, it's killing me, can I get tunnel? Starting off with Killing Me by Chungha, I was so excited for the release of this song, particularly because she hasn't come out with anything in a long time and I really love her. And just after everything that happened with the album, I'm just like, all right, let's go, single. This song is nice. As I listened to it for the first time, I could tell that it was really building up to the chorus. I mean, every song is kind of like that, but specifically with this one, I'm just like, I want to hear the chorus. And it's a good chorus. It's really fun. It's upbeat. I like it. But as I listened to it, the rest of the song just doesn't really compare. I don't know how to explain it. It's just that you can tell the whole song is kind of building up to the chorus, and you get to the chorus and you're like, this is good. But because it's so structured around the chorus, nothing else in the song is given as much attention as that part. It's just like there's nothing really interesting happening in the verses, and even in the bridge there's not even a high note, which like every song doesn't need a high note, but I think the point of it is to kind of like be the climax and then to kind of take you to the final act of the song in like the last chorus and to really build up the hype. And this song doesn't really have that, which is a little sad, and I think it just shows the fact that, you know, the whole song just kind of reflects the chorus, but even that is a little like, eh. I don't really know how I feel about this early 2010s pop sound in her. I don't know if this is like a trend that's happening because like Blackpink had it last year with Lovesick Girls. Somi's kind of doing it right now. This song, even like another song that I'm going to mention in this video, has that sort of thing going on. So I don't know if this is like a trend, but I don't particularly love it for Chungha just because I think her voice has a bit of a richer quality. And I just think songs like Bad Girl and even Gotta Go suit her voice more and her strengths as an artist. So I don't know. This song is I don't know. It's just kind of just there. It's something that you would hear in like Aeropostale in 2012 in the sense that it's on in the background and it doesn't really demand too much attention. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Next up is Peaches by Kai. I love this comeback so much. Peaches as a whole just feels like the perfect successor to I love the aesthetic of the music video, like the more traditional style. It just looks so good. And the song itself, I could listen to this song for hours. It is so good. And then when you get into the mini album, you have songs like Peaches and Vanilla that are much more dreamlike and laid back, while there's still the hard-hitting songs like Domino and Come In. And just even as I listen to these songs, I can't help but like think about the deeper reason why I really love this comeback in his solo career in general. Now, warning, I am about to compliment SM. It hurts me to say it as much as it hurts you to hear it, but it has to be said. What I love about Kai's music is that it's so intentional. When they decided to give him a solo last year, it's clear that they didn't just take some songs from the vault, throw them at him, and hope for the best. These songs and all the elements to accompany them were perfectly crafted for him. You know, and by going with this specific like R&B sound, it's something that you don't really hear a lot in K-pop. So people are listening to him specifically for something that they can't really get anywhere else. So yeah. And my favorite songs from the mini album were Come In, Blue, and of course Peaches. I'm gonna give this comeback a 10 out of 10. Next up is Pirate. I have very mixed feelings on this song. I do appreciate the unconventional structure, like, you know, the chorus happens like 15 seconds in, but then it like goes into the actual like verse chorus pattern and stuff. But the whole song felt very dated. It made me feel like I was in 2015 and not in a good way. Along with that, something about this song feels very familiar. I can't put my finger on it, but there are parts where that just remind me of another song, but I can't put my finger on the song, so I feel like I just sound crazy, but I promise there's something really familiar about this song. I like the last chorus though, where it kind of like pumps up in energy. So I don't know. I'm kind of like I'm feeling very mid on the song right now. I don't really see it growing on me. I think it's just too out there for me to end up liking. And this is kind of what I was talking about with like the 2015 like mid 2010s pop sound coming back. I'm like, ooh. I hope this isn't a trend. If so, I hope I can make peace with it or something. But This song does fit in really naturally with the rest of their discography, so in that sense, it doesn't feel like they're hopping on a trend or like doing something that's really inauthentic to them. Like this very much feels like an Everglow song. So, yeah. As for the mini album, Nighty Night was the only song I really liked. I'm gonna give this comeback a 5 out of 10.
난 몰랐어 내 맘이 이리 다채로운지 긴 꿈을 꾸게 해 이 방은 작은 heaven.
Then we have IVE's debut 11. I didn't even know this. I knew this debut was happening, but I didn't know that we were gonna get it so soon. I really liked this song. It felt unique, and I could tell they weren't just following a trend, which is just something I feel like it's kind of a pet peeve of mine when they do that in debuts, just because I think the job and the purpose of a debut is to kind of foreshadow what a group's music is going to be like. Of course, their music is going to change down the line, and like you can't listen to a debut and like predict everything that a group is going to be able to do, but I think that a debut is a good, this is what we're going to be doing for the next little while. Like it makes that sort of statement. So I like this because it doesn't just feel like something that doesn't give you a clear direction of what they're going to do. Like this is a sound that I'm like, okay, I see how they can, make something out of this. And I think they were kind of able to do that and like experiment a bit more because they had leeway knowing that no matter what the song sounded like, people were going to listen because of Wonyoung and Yujin. So yeah, I don't know. I just applaud them for that. On to the actual song, I love how minimalistic and clean the vocals and instrumental sounded. My favorite part is definitely how the song slows down in the pre-chorus. When I first heard the chorus, I didn't love it, but by the second time I came around to it. And I also love the soundscape. There's a bit of like Latin influence as well as like maybe some South Asian like drums, or I don't even remember, but it just sounds very like adventurous and energetic. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know. It makes me feel like I'm in like an adventure movie and I'm like going through a safari. I don't know. I really like it. I'm going to give this debut an 8 out of 10.
넌 너무 나쁜 boyfriend 날 갖고 노는 boyfriend.
Last but not least, we have Boyfriend by Signature. I was pleasantly surprised by this song. I really don't even listen to Signature normally because their songs are not my style at all. Like, I love noise music as much as the next person, but I have a threshold and their music is beyond my threshold. I will say that right now. But I do love this song. I really appreciate them going for a bit more of a laid back feel. I think it's admirable, especially because, like I just said, like with the current climate of K-pop and just how just energetic and like over the top music is all the time, I like that they did something a bit more simplistic and we're kind of just focusing on the basics. The bridge also really reminded me of the 90s, so I thought that was cute. And like it also sort of feels like a callback to like third gen girl groups, like early like GFriend and Oh My Girl, just like that sort of like sweeter image. I like seeing a callback to that. Now I say all of this, but I'm also saying this as a non-fan. So I'm like, what do actual fans of Signature think? Like, do they like this? Do they not? Like, what's the reception? I'm curious. Anyway, I'm gonna give this comeback a 7 out of 10. That's about it. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.